Hello everyone and welcome back to my tutorial. Today we will talk again about the facade. As always I'm saying, facade, this is the face of your building, and the people who not an architect, first they see your facade of your building, and only after that they thinking like how's your building functionality, how's your building working inside. So they need the facades. It's like a dress for the woman. Today we will create this facade. As you can see, this is facade from the Niken. As I know, they always using the grasshopper to create a kind of facade, but we will use the Revit and with all native things from the Revit. We not will use any extension things, so only the Revit and adaptive families. And today I will show you how we can create that. But before we will start, I will show you some small analysis of this facade. As you can see, here we have the panels, which you can see. So I will show you some of the types what we can create. For example, you can see we can create this big type, which they have like 4 windows inside, as you can see, 4 panels inside. So let's say this will be type 1. And you can create, for example, first this type. After that, we have another type. We can create, for example, this small of the type number 3. As you can see, it's here. It's small panel. It's just one panel. So if we will compare with the type number 1, we have only one part of the 4 types. And the last one type of the panel, we can create these 2 panels in one, and that will be type number 4. For our tutorial, we will use the type number 3, and let's create it. And as always, we will start from the Revit and Scratch project. Here's my empty project, and I will create the new family, which will be metric adaptive 1. Here my metric generic model adaptive. I will open it up. Here we are, and we will start from the points. I will use the points. It's under the create. You will find here the points, and I will place the points. We can start from the top side or from the bottom, up to you. I will start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 points we have. Let's select it and let's make it adaptive. Now we can see the number and section. Our work plane we can see. Okay, just let's make it a bit useful. We will use the align, and let's align one by one with each other. Just to create our work more properly. It's for nothing actually, but it's only for us. Okay, I did it. Now I have 4 properly points. It's like aligned to each other. And now let's create our line, which will be our first boundary line. We will go to the create. Now we will go to the under the reference, and don't forget snap 3D snapping. And let's connect 1, 2, 3, and see, this is mistake. It cannot be like that. Use the Ctrl Z, and let's connect 2 to the 3, exactly to the 3, to the 4, and to the 1. Okay, we did it. Why I did the reference line? Because when we will create some geometry, and we will use this reference line like a basement, we not will lose this line. We always will have this line, because this is line reference. It's not will be gone. And now what we're gonna do? I will use again the points. I will place 1 point here and 1 point here. We have the 2 points on this reference line. I will select this point, and let's see what is that. We have the normalized curve parameter here. I will write normal parameter like 0.7 just to see it properly. And now what we need? We need always see our working plane, so it always will be seeing. And I want to see the normal reference too. And as you can see, I see now all the working plane for this dot. You can compare this dot and this dot, and as you can see, here is all the working planes here. This dot also have all these working planes, but it's invisible right now. So what do you do second one? I will select this dot, and as you can see, here is a bit different number, but actually it's pretty same distance we have from this point and this point, but this number is changed. Why? Because as you can see, here is measure from beginning, and here from the beginning too. We should change this one from the end because this is end actually for them. And as you can see now, our number it's becoming pretty same. If we will say 0.7, it will be same distance like this point. And what we need else? Let's select it again. I will go back to the show reference planes always. And after that, uncheck show normal reference plane. And now you can see it. So we have two dots. If we will go back to our reference, you remember we creating only this small part. I will draw it. Only this small part. And as you can see, our dot, it's, let me change the color. Let me do it like here, our one dot and our dot here. But as you can see, also these dots have not only, it's not only flat, it's also, we need use the Z direction. So we will create one point here, and the next point will be here, and that point will be the last one. So we will create some points like this, and we will connect it after that. So as easy as you can imagine it. Okay, I will go back to our reference plane, and before we will do something, I will select this dot, and I'll say this is parameter. You will find it here, normalized curve parameter. We will call, let's say this will be top. It means like this is bottom on the top. I mean this point on the top, and this will be like I will call it like point direction. Point. So we understand this is point, it's on the top, and point direction, so this direction or opposite direction. Let's say okay. And for this point we will do pretty same thing, but we will change only the name. Oh, sorry, I didn't create the name, it's my mistake. Let's create the parameter top direction. Let's leave it on under type 1 and say okay. So now we have the parameter for that point, and let's create for this point. We will do pretty same thing, but we will change top to the bot. And let's say okay. Okay, done. So what the next? Next we should create the other points under this one. I will first set, let's use the point, click on the point, after that set, and let's set this flat working plane. Yes, and let's place it our dot. Let's say okay. Let's do here the same thing. Point, set this flat and place your dot. Okay. So what the next? I will select this dot, use the tab key, select it, and change offset. Let's say it will be 500. And let's do the same thing here. Tab key, select it, and 500 mm. Okay. Now we can clearly see where is our point. I will select this point, and now we wanna control offset. I will control offset, create the parameter, top offset. Top offset point. It will be enough for us. Let's say okay. And let's do the same thing here. Let's select it. And this is bot. Create parameter. Let's create it. I think I didn't create for this point. I will check. Top offset parameter. No, I did it. I will check all the parameters, create, and here you will find that all parameters what you did, family types. Bot, yeah, everything alright. So I will check again the panels. As you can see, actually we have same offset. Maybe you can create only one offset. This will be okay for us. But maybe you wanna create not just, I don't know, you wanna more control it, so you need two parameters. But for this facade, it's enough one offset parameter. So anyway, we did it, it's not bad for us. What the next? Next thing, we should go to the create, reference, and again, use the line, and don't forget 3D snapping. And let's connect 1, 2, and 3, like this. And here the same thing, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we did it. And now one more, from this point to this point. That's it. So actually we already under the finish. Now we need only the connect, and we will get somehow looks like our panel. I will show you again. As you can see, we have small mullions here. we can create it, but first we will create surfaces. Let me I will create the first surface. Now you should select one line, second line, third line, and last one. As you can see, I selected 4 lines, and now just create the form. Click on to create the form, and let's create the flat one. And here we are. Let me I will select this surface, and we straight away will apply some material. It will be better for us to understand where is our panel, where is our moulins, for example. And let's use some glass material. Let me I will find here the glass material. I wanna change a bit the color because this is I think so bad color. And let me I will use the pattern like this, and I wanna use the pattern not black color. Oh, it's my stupidly. Color is here actually, and let me use a bit like this. Okay, let's say okay, and now we get our color here. It's a optionality. If you wanna do it, you can do it. If you don't want, don't do it. Let's select this line again, this line, and that line, and this was last line. As you can see, it's 4 lines. I understand from here it's 4 lines. It's exactly what I want. And let's create the surface. Again, let's select this material, and let's do the material, the surface, and let's apply the same material. As you can see, here is my facade. You can say it doesn't look like 𝒕𝒐𝒓𝒈𝒄 did, but it is. Let me show you. We will go to create. We will go now to the families parameters, and let's play around with that. Let's say here it will be 0.3. Okay, let's apply it, and as you can see, it's changed. Actually, here it's 0.7. This is a bad thing. Bot and top we not placed on the right position. Let me I will change bot and top. Now it's exactly what I want. 0.3 here, 0.7 for the bot. Let's apply, and as you can see, we get this kind of same direction. As you can see, it's going, but as you can see, it's going from not from the 0.7, it's going from the 0.4 or 0.5, and here it's not 0.3, here it's around 0.1. Let me I will change the parameters, and here will be 0.3. And what we get now? Yeah, now what we want. Maybe here even 0.4. Yes, like this. So we get something. Moulins we will create later on. Now I want to show you how you can place it on your surface. But before we will do that, let's go again back to the family types, and let's create two types of our moulin. Of our panel. So here is our first type. Let's say that it will be type 1. Yeah, let's leave it type 1. And now we want to create type 2. So what we do with type 2? Type 2, it will be go to opposite side. So we should just switch our data. Here 0.4 will be for the top, and 0.1 will be for the bottom. Let's apply it, and as you can see, now it's going to the other direction. You will understand why later on. If you not understand right now, it's okay. I will show you later on. I will go to the conceptual mesh. Here is my metric mesh, and let's create our facade here. This will be better for us. I will use some model line. You can use any model line, and let's create something like that. Why I have the dots? Because I forgot to switch it off my 3D snapping, so it's okay. If you don't have a dots, don't worry about that, everything alright. Now what we're gonna do? I will select one of the side of our cube, and we will go to the divided. I will divide surface, and don't use any pattern, because we will go after that to the surface representation. Let's open up the small button, and we need our nodes. As you can see, here is our nodes. So as you understand, our adaptive point will be placing on these nodes. After that, we will go to back to our modify, and we will change the distance to the fixed distance. Fixed number to the fixed distance. Okay, our our panels, it's around 3000 millimeters height, and to 100 to 1200 millimeters, it's in the width, our distance. Yeah, it's pretty same. Next, let's load our panel. Let's load inside to the project our panel, and let's place it. I will start from this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, we get our panel. I will do the same thing from this side. As you can see, I just following the same idea with my points. So I starting creating the points from the from the top. And here I just continuing to do that. And you should do the same thing. Okay, now you will say, no, it's not looks like that one. Yeah, just hold on. And let me go to the component. So you will find your panels under the component, and let's create here the panels too. So I will finish it like one by one. Now I'm showing how you can do that one by one, not like array. If you want to know how to work in array, you will do that, I think, really fast. But now I'm showing you manually. Okay, we did it. So what we're gonna do next, let's see it. As you can see, it's looking the opposite side. Here it's not. I will select this, and I will select here the type 2. It's looking on opposite side? No. I will check it again. It should be start near, and here it's going to the a bit far. We should change actually the type 2, because it's not right. I will change the type 2. I actually have a type 2 starting from the 0.6, 0.6, and here it will be 0.9. I will start it. Oh, it's a bit different. It's going on this side, sorry. 0.9 for the top and 0.6 again, same thing. So now everything alright. So now what I'm doing. So let's select this side. And now it's going to the opposite. It will be type 2. Actually, we will have like more types, not only 2. Here will be 4 types. Anyway, let's create it. It will be type 3. Okay, here it's starting from the 0.9 bot side. 0.1, sorry, 0.1. And here is 0.4. I'll show you. And yes, it's working. And here it will be type number 4. Yeah. I didn't think about that, I'm so sorry, but as you can see, we have all the parameters and we can immediately change it. So this is pretty awesome. Here we should change 0.4 here and 0. Which one we have here? 0. I don't remember actually. It's 0.1. Oh yeah, 0.4 and here 0.1. Sorry, this is my mistake. Oh no. Bottom side is 0.9. Sorry. This is... So what's going on with me? Here's 0.6. I forgot about that. So once you will do that, after that you will just select the right type. For example, here is the type number 1, and here will be type, as you can see, the right. It's also number 1, and it's following the line. So here is type number 2, here is number 4, and here again number 2. I will use the number 2, and as you can see, it's following. So, and here is creating our panel. Now you have reasonable questions. So if I have the thousands panel, I should place all the panels on the same way. It will takes time. It's really crazy. And yes, you're right. It will be crazy. But for that thing, we have the array. So let's select all the panels which I place it here. Actually, we can place only 4 panels, because 4 panels it's creating the seamless panel. But anyway, I have like 6 panels with 4 different type. And here we have small bottom, as you can see, repeat. So let's repeat. And as you can see, all the facade we finish. How many panels we have here? I'll show you. Here we have, no, I can see only repeater. So 24 panels we have. And as you understand, we just by one click creating all these panels. So now what the nicest thing, now you can change direction, you can change height. For example, we're changing the height and changing our panel. But our panel, it's not going by different height, it's going by same height. So we can change it. And as you can see, now it's repeating automatically. But here you should change the repeater, because as you can see, repeater is a bit wrong. That's why I'm saying the better thing, create 4 panels with 4 types. Like, let me, I will delete all these types. Let me, I will delete all these panels, and now we have only 4 panels. Let me, I will select these panels, and let's use the repeater. Now we not will have the same problem like we have before. As you can see, now repeater working properly. Because if you will look on these panels, we can see these 4 panels, this, and this, creating like seamless. So as you can see, actually here is going to the small, to the small, to the small. Yes, you can do the same thing, but it's already manually. And as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, and after that it's repeating by different side. So you can do the same thing here. So by this simple way you can create any type of the facade, and if it looks like this one, don't think it's hard. It's not hard. You just should be think how you can divide it by segments. Once you will divide it by segments, you can create any type of the facade. If we will look again on this facade, this is facade much complicated than we can think. We doesn't have only 2 here offset. We have 3 offsets here, here, and here. And as you can see, this line going a bit inside, but it's already around your imagination. So if you can create this type of the family, you not will have any problem to create the more complicated family to create exactly this same facade. So just use this method and you will achieve the result really fast and by Revit without any extension thing. So you need only the Revit and a bit imagination where will be your dots. That's it. So if you like this tutorial, if you want more tutorials like that, don't forget about the likes and share this video. And if you have like questions or maybe suggestions about the next video, about some other facade for example or other thing, leave the comment below the video and I will try to keep it and create the same thing what you're asking for. Thank you guys and see you soon.